Ian Corliss from iancorliss.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Sea to Summit Ultralight sleeping mat in extra small. Sea to Summit have been producing sleeping mats for quite a while, and now these ultralight ones are really excellent. The extra small one covers from the top of my head just past my knee, which is perfectly adequate for a good night's sleep. It's very light. This one comes in at under 300 grams. The manufacturing recommended weight is 296, but mine actually weighs 275. It comes in a stuff sack with an Airstream, and I'll explain about the Airstream in a minute. But basically, this stuff sack with the Airstream weighs 45 grams. So for me personally, I would not use the stuff sack. It adds weight that I don't need. This is the Airstream, and the way this works is that this pushes into the sleeping mat, and by using the stuff sack and this, you basically can push air into the sleeping mat to inflate it. This is an alternative to breathing into the mat with your mouth. The reason why they do that is that if you breathe in with your mouth, you put condensation inside the sleeping mat, and it's the manufacturers recommend that that's not ideal. I personally don't worry about it. So removing the sleeping mat from the stuff sack, you begin to see how small it is. I'm just going to get rid of the stuff sack, and I'm just going to let it go, and there you go. You get an idea of the size. So for an extra small, for most people this is perfectly adequate, and it's an absolutely brilliant way to have a comfortable sleeping mat at super lightweight. There's two valves. This is open for deflation, and you basically push that in, and then the second one is for inflation. Now, if I was using the bag, that would pop into there and it creates a seal, and you can hear that seal. And then what happens is that you can either swoosh through the air, or you blow into the bag and then squeeze that air inside the sleeping mat. So that's one way to inflate it, and that's the way the manufacturers recommend. I personally prefer to just blow. It inflates the mat quicker, and so you can see that it only took about 8 to 10 deep breaths to inflate the mat, and there it is, inflated. There are 132 individual air pockets on the sleeping mat, and these conform to your body pressure to create a really comfortable night's sleep. The mat itself is 2 inches thick, and it's made of a very strong single layered fabric, which of course is not puncture resistant. I mean, with any sleeping mat that takes air, you need to be careful about where you place it, because any sharp object will come through and potentially pierce the mat. It does come with a repair kit, so it's convenient that should you be out on a fast pack or a multi-day adventure and get a puncture, you can replace it just like you would a bicycle tire. So this is the Sea to Summit in extra small. There is a small, a medium, a large, and an extra large. But in all honesty, if weight is a priority, a good night's sleep, the Sea to Summit in extra small is an absolutely fantastic option for a person that is probably up to around about 5'9", 5'10", and if you were taller than that, I would probably recommend that you move to the small. In all honesty, I don't think there's any need to go bigger than the small unless you're very, very tall, because it just adds weight. This would be also really good to use in a hammock, and inside a hammock sometimes a mat can be too big, whereas the size of this is fantastic. Also, if you've got a child, you know, you don't need a mat any bigger than this. So this is the Sea to Summit Ultralight in extra small.